Yep, I shut the door tight so you can't get out. Well, we finally got the majority of our chickens under one roof now. There's still just a few that we haven't caught, and that's because we either can't catch them or they won't stay in there. But for the most part, they're all there. Now, we haven't combined the two flocks yet because I was afraid that the barn flock would freak out and not stay in the fence if we let them loose. So they are trapped in the small side of the coop, which they are not liking at all. In fact, I think they think that the world is ending because they go from being free range and having the run of the barn to being in just a little tiny area. They're not liking it real well. Good morning, chickens. How are you? Whoa, one of our toms discovered how to get out of that fence over there. I can't remember if I've shown you this or not, but this is where we keep our toms because the fence is pretty tall and they can't get out of there with their wings clipped. And what I do is I just pull this door shut and wrap a wire around it, and I have two bricks down there holding the door open. That way the chickens can come and go as they please, and the toms can't escape. But somehow, some way, this tom right here managed to figure out how to get out. So let's see how our barn chickens are doing. How are you guys doing? Are you enjoying your new home? It's mighty cramped in there for them. I plan on keeping them in there for another day or two, and then I'll let them loose. I just want them to get used to being in here and used to the sounds and everything. Because I know that garden fence probably will not keep them in if they really, really, really want to get out. Are you an escaped barn chicken? Because you act like you want back in there really bad. She must be. She wants in there really bad. See if I can catch her maybe. Try catching her one-handed. I don't know if I can do that or not. Put her back in there and see how she does. Yep, she must have belonged with that flock. The barn's so quiet without the chickens in here. I have to say it's pretty nice. We should have done this a long time ago. We only have one chicken left in here, and that's Neville. I'm not sure what to think about him. He still has that limp, and he's had it for many, many months now. At first I was concerned that it might be Merrick's or botulism. And so I kept him isolated and I gave him antibiotics in case it was botulism or even bumblefoot. I've checked his feet over and I haven't found any signs of bumblefoot, so I'm not sure that that's what it is either. What I'm really suspicious it might be is that the guineas have picked on him really, really bad, and I think that they may have injured his legs to where he can't walk very well. And if that's the case, those guineas so need a new home. He hasn't lost any muscle mass and he hasn't lost any weight. And he can still get around quick. I can hardly catch him. But he just walks really, really funny. Like something's wrong with his legs. See how he kind of limps? Yep, I shut the door tight so you can't get out. Neville. Once I get the barn chickens turned loose into the garden, and I get rid of some of the roosters that we have in there, I'll probably put him over there with them again. I just didn't want him to be in there fighting with the roosters right now. Okay, I'll open the door for you. If you have any ideas on what you think might be wrong with Neville, please let me know. It makes me so sad to see him that way. He's 5 years old now, and we got him in the first batch of chicks that we ordered online and got through the mail. Every time that we've ordered chicks online, we've always made sure to vaccinate him for Merrick's. I'm thinking that since he was vaccinated for Merrick's, that it probably isn't Merrick's, but I really don't know because I was doing research online, and they say that even though they've been vaccinated, they can still possibly get that when they get older. And with him being 5 years, it might possibly be what it is. But I would think that he would be showing more signs than what he is, because he started this back in the fall, and he's been the same way throughout the whole winter. And he hasn't gotten any worse, and he hasn't gotten any better. So I really don't know. It just makes me really sad because he's our little farm mascot. As you can see, I made some changes in the goat pen too. I put our buck over here, and then I let Blossom and Nibbles go for a little bit. Let them kind of run around the pasture. I plan on putting Nibbles back in here with a little bit, so that way he kind of has a buddy, because goats don't like to live alone. The reason that I did that mainly was just to give Nibbles and Blossom a chance to get out in the pasture a little bit, because I think they were just getting bored being penned up here. Here soon, when the weather warms up a little more, we'll go ahead and move Little Bit and Nibbles up on the hill. We have a little corral up there with a little pasture, and then they can go out there and graze. As you can see, I've started to kind of switch things up a bit. You know, by moving the chickens and the goats around, and I'm planning to do more of that. Lately, I've been doing a lot of thinking and planning and trying to come up with a way to do what we do more efficiently in both time and money. So I want to do a lot of changes everywhere with my routine. I'm wanting to declutter my house. I'm wanting to basically just get completely reorganized with everything. And so because of that, I think I'm going to take a little bit of time off from vlogging. Now, I'm not going to quit altogether, but over the next few weeks, I think I'm going to kind of cut back on the vlogging a little bit, because I do need to take care of some things, and I want to get my house organized and decluttered, and get a whole new plan and routine going. That way, once springtime hits and we are able to get out in the garden and do things, I'll be more organized and hopefully more efficient with everything. And I do still plan to put out a couple videos a week, and I'll definitely be vlogging if we have any new kids arrive, and like when our chicks show up in the mail, and all of the fun, exciting things like that. But otherwise, I'm going to kind of cut back for a little bit, just so that way I can kind of focus on things that I need to get done really quick before spring hits, because once that hits, you can pretty much count it out for ever getting those things that I need to get done.